Good morning, Layla. Good morning, Layla. It's 7 a.m. Sunday. Layla's settling in. She's still a little bit timid, a little bit jumpy, but definitely relaxing into the household routine. She's never seen this camera before, so she looks a bit nervous. But she's super chilled now. She's got a little corner here where she chills out. We've also got a safe space for her as well in the other room, where when she's feeling a bit anxious, she can go in there and just get away from everybody else, including Eddie, who just wants to play all the time. Speaking of which, I think it's time for wee-wees, you two. Should we go outside? Want a wee-wee? Let's go. Okie dokie, Sunday, the 23rd of April already. It's 7:45 a.m. and I'm up and at it. I'm just putting together a list of stuff I've got to do today, which is quite long for a Sunday, actually. Maybe some of this stuff will spread into one night in the week, but we've got to start the day with some empty collections. There should be one sitting at bar 6. There should be 2 or 3 at the Crew Dog. I think they passed one keg to their sister pub, the Delamere Street Dog in Winsford, so that empty might be there if in fact it's empty. So that should get me 3 or 4 empties back. Getting back to the brewery, the reason that I'm collecting them is because I want to do a cask wash day today, because I've got some beer that we need to rack. I've got enough empties, but I'd like a few more behind, ready for the Murgies tray that's also in the tank for next weekend. We've got some visitors coming down. Tay Brew Co are coming down. We're helping them out with a little bit of grain. They're just getting started. Another Middlewich-based brewery, just getting off the ground. So Tay Brew Co and Chris from Hush is coming down. We're both supplying a beer festival. I'll tell you more about this probably in an upcoming video, but we're supplying a little beer festival in Burton-on-Trent. I think the venue is the Last Heretic, but I need to check exactly where it is because there are a couple of pubs in the group. So both Hush and us and a couple of other local breweries are supplying beer. So Hush are dropping their beer at our place so that we can get it to the guy that's coming to collect tomorrow. We'll get the casks cleaned. We'll get the casks filled. Then I've got a couple of deliveries to do. We've got a keg of Get Locky that's got to go to the Queen's Head in Congleton, who've put it on permanently now. I was told yesterday, they called me to say they were really happy with it. So that's going to be a regular drop for us from now on. So Queen's Head, Congleton, and then Barley Hop's called. They've currently got 2 casks, a Murgie and a Moston. They can't find the pump clip for the Murgie, so I'm going to drop them another one off ready for opening time today. Whether they'll put it on today, I don't know, but at least they'll have what they need. And that is about it, which doesn't sound a lot, but trust me, there's a bit of driving there as well. The Sandbach Transport Festival is this weekend, so the traffic's horrendous in town, so I'm going early to Sandbach to pick up that empty, because it's literally, bar 6 is right in the middle of the town, so I've got to go get that now. And as part of that Transport Festival weekend, for the first time, the Old Hall Hotel and Pub have also got Murgie. It was next in line to go on when I spoke to the guys there on Friday, so hopefully by now it should be on. So by the time this video is done, the Transport Festival will probably be finished, but hopefully the beer will still be on. And a couple of other things happened. I'll tell you about those through the day. Right, better get my shoes on and go do some collections. Here we are, back at the Crew Dog. It is dead quiet in Crew Town Centre at 8:30 on a Sunday morning, unsurprisingly. Here's the cask collection. They do have some good beers on in here, as you'll see from the empties. Some Siren there. We all love Siren, don't we? Who else we got? Signature, Budvar, Merlin, another local brewery around here. They make some very nice cask beer. Tatton. It's like a celebration of local beer. Hush, one of Chris's. I maybe should have just grabbed that for him, actually. I will ring him now, see if he wants me to pick him up. 8:50. Too early? No. Let's get him out of bed.
Hello.
Morning, mate. Didn't get you out of bed, did I?
Morning. No, I'm just washing up. I'm cleaning the kitchen. Well, we're doing a beer in a minute, but
I am. I'm just round the back of the crew dog picking my empties up, and I spotted one of yours. Do you want me to have a rummage for what's yours down here and bring them back to my brewery, save you the trip? Or do you want to pick?
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome because I'm probably going. I'm going to try and get to Knutsford before I come over and stop this beer off.
Yeah. I'll sling them in the back. All right, mate.
Awesome.
I'll see you later. Yeah. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
One brown one. That's definitely is. We'll have that. And a red. Did he say a red one? A red one, or a steel one with something on it. I'm going to have to put this camera down while I have a rummage. And here we are, next drop, or next pickup, Tom's Tap. This was a slim one, slim chance, because I know he keeps some empties outside, but I'm pretty sure he's got mine safe indoors. But I was just having a little rummage on the off chance. But these all appear to be e-casks and e-kegs out here, and one-ways. So never mind. I shall have to return with Elliot in the driving seat to pick him up and have a beer, maybe later. But I'm not ringing Sean because he'll be tucking into some bacon, egg, mushroom, tomato, avocado, toast delight any time about now, I should think. So we'll let him enjoy that undisturbed. Right, I've got the Hush kegs and cask, or keg and cask on board as well. So back to the brewery and we can start cleaning. Lovely weather for standing outside of the pressure washer, hey? See you back there. Right, we are here. So we have done bar 6 sand batch. We've got the Hush casks in the back there, and I've just pulled out all the dirties that we've collected over the last week or so, and that's a bit of a job. I was hoping for an easy-ish day. I mean, a lot of stuff to do, but I didn't want to spend hours on one particular job. But they've got to be cleaned, so let's get them blasted, causticed, and at least 8 of them filled with moss done dragon. Right, some time has passed. Stephen from Tay Brew Co has been, he's collected his grain. And Chris from Hush has also just been and delivered back the Knutsford Beer Festival casks. He's dropped a couple of kegs off over there, which are going to be collected tomorrow. Elliot's going to come down and deal with it, but they'll be collected tomorrow by the last heretic from Burton for his little beer festival that's going on. And I've still not delivered anything to Congleton, where we'll be going once we've got these done. So I'm going to get these cleaned, I'm going to rack that beer, and then we'll head off up the road to Congleton. Some kegs here which I've just acquired. Originally they were from another brewery who sold them when times were tough during lockdown. So the guy that bought them was intending to set up a little brewery in Market Drayton, and has now decided he's going to emigrate. So, but obviously they're still painted in the brewery colours, and they do still exist. So I'm going to get them repainted. But I just wanted to check whether a bit of paint stripper would get the banding off, and it's worked quite well. Not perfect, still a bit on there. And this massive cask is a Kilderkin, which is twice the size of the standard one, so there'll be limited use for it. But certainly when we're working on beer for big events like the Folk and Boat Festival, for example, it's kind of convenient. If the pubs are going to shift a lot of beer, kind of convenient for them to get 2 in 1 and easier for us to fill. And a bit heavy to transport, but definitely definitely worth having 1 or 2 in the fleet, as they say. Now we've lost 2 now so far. I say lost, they've not been lost, they've just been lifted by the wrong brewery, I suspect. So hopefully Keg Watch will get those back to us at some point. But I've got a big stack of empties now, I'll show you. Those are all empty, plus over there in the background you might see another 8, which are the ones that I'm about to fill once we've caustic them. I typically won't give these the caustic wash until we're about to use them, but the fact that we've rinsed them out now means all the stale beer basically inside them has gone, so they won't be stinking the place out. When they come back, if they don't cork them, sometimes they go off and fester a little bit, so they're washed but not sanitary yet. So a little break in cleaning. I'll bring you up to speed with what's going on. What we'll do today first. So been to Bar 6 this morning, collected the empty keg from there. Been to the Crew Dog. Good name that, isn't it? Crew Dog. I'm surprised they're not going into trouble. Anyway, Crew Dog. Picked up the empties from there. One of those empties has gone to their other pub in Winsford, so that wasn't there when I went. It may make its way back there, or I'll go to Winsford and pick it up, whatever. 2 visitors have been, Tay Brew Co and Hush. Tay Brew have taken their grain. Hush have left me some casks for Elliot to manage the delivery of tomorrow, and also kindly brought back my cask and beer engine from the Knutsford Beer Festival, which was held end of last week, just into the weekend. So we got that back. That saves me a trip up to Knutsford anyway. Casks are all washed, not cleaned with caustic. That's what we're doing now. Then we've got to fill them. Then I'm getting out of here. We've got to go up to Congleton with 1 keg of Get Locky for the Queen's Head and a spare pump clip for barley hops. Other stuff going on. Sandwich Transport Festival I mentioned. We might have been on at the Emporium, I don't know. Didn't speak to Liam last week to see if the timing would work, but we were definitely on, or are currently on, should be on, at the Old Hall, who've taken 2 casks from us of Murgy, and fingers crossed. We were next in line on Friday, so we should be on there now, which is great. That's the first time they'll be serving our beer in there. It's a really good food place as well, so we seem to be attracting food places. It's good. The St George's Beer Festival is taking place at the Mallard in Worksop. We're on there. Or have been on there again. Might have finished by now because it's Sunday. And Harry is alive. I've seen him in the flesh. We went out on Tuesday. We had a few beers. We had a bite to eat at the brew shed. He took me on a little tour around the town. It was nice to see him. And yeah, he's definitely not dead. He's definitely very, very, very busy. But he does have some video on the memory card in his camera. He just needs to do something with it. So I dare say you might see some output from him soon. But don't be mean to him because he's working his backside off, poor lad. I joined Camera this week and they sent me about 50 pence off vouchers. So I can now get 50 pence off my own beer at certain pubs. And a couple more new pubs in conversation at the moment. One not so far from Harry's that he introduced me to a couple of days ago, so I'll let you know about that one. Another food pub in Bartomley near to Crewe. Also reached out to say hi. We'd love to try your beer, so that's great. Just adding 1 or 2 at a time really lets us manage the production and make sure we don't overstretch. We're still limited, 1 brew day, Saturday. Whatever we can make on a Saturday we'll sell. Once we hit that limit, then we'll stop. But at the moment, there's a little bit of capacity for a couple more pubs. The hazy beer that I made, I don't like it. I'm always honest, aren't I? I don't like it. It's too bitter. When I get back, I'll take the camera, I'll pour one. It looks great, but I shouldn't have added those hops late in the boil. I should have just stuck it all in the dry hop, I think, or maybe a little bit in the whirlpool. So it looks and smells amazing, and I can tell what it'll be like without the bitterness, but that bitterness is not what I wanted in a New England IPA, so we'll spin that one up again in the next few weeks and see what we think. I'll show you that in a minute. Right, going to get these casks washed, get them filled, and then I can hit the road. It's about 70% full. As you know, I don't crank these open all the way anyway. I'm happy to fill them nice and slow. Get a bit of foam in the neck, then as we draw out that, the bit that's left in the tube is enough just to fill it to the top again. Zero waste. $4.25. And I've still got to get to Congleton and back, and Sarah's cooking. To be fair, she did say, ring me when you know you're going to be back, and then I'll start. Because otherwise, it'll be microwaved, won't it? Make a dry spot on each, so I can get the labels on. Although I know what they are. If Elliot comes in or anyone else wants to inspect, it'd be better have them correctly labelled. Fortunately, the temperature outside of the cold rooms is pretty much what I need to condition them. So it's like free conditioning room, at least. Where's my labels? Ta-da. So whack one of these on each. We get another label when we deliver them to the pubs, which has got the best before and some other information on about allergens and whatnot. But just for tracking them around while they're here, have these production labels. So we'll get those on, and then I'm going to go to Congleton. Okay, we're here at Barley Hops. I've got to give him his pump clip. Let's just jump out and grab it. Hi mate. Pump clip for the Four Priests cask.
Oh,
You're
yes,
missing one here.
We couldn't find it. Yeah, cheers.
All done. Right. Queen's Head next. Drop this keg off. I'm not sure if I've brought you here before, but this is one of our more recent customers that joined the family not so long ago. The Queen's Head at Congleton. It's right next to Congleton Station, so if you're on that train line, it's a lovely place to stop and get a bite to eat and a pint. And they tried us out. Never heard of us before. Tried us out, cask and keg, and the keg's gone down so well. Get lucky. Has gone down so well that they're putting it on a regular basis now. We've got our own spot, so I've just delivered another keg to them now. Collected the empty cask, so hopefully we'll get a refill on the Mergy next as well. But yeah, great little place. Problem now is I was going home and I've got empties, so I might have to go back to the brewery to drop them off, or I might just leave them in the back of the van till tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, Queen's Head. I think I'm going home.
You turn me inside out.
Can you tell this is an 80s playlist on Apple? Yeah. It's garbage actually. There's much better 80s music than this. Oh!
Started my
Oh, it's getting better now. No, we've gone to 3G. There's nothing happening. Oh, you'll love this one. '80s hits station radio. Apple Music. 1 star. Would not recommend. Well, maybe 2 stars. I'm home. Beef is in the oven. I'm gonna have another little taste. I've just had a little taste, but I'm gonna have another little taste of this home brewed little experiment that we did. If you remember, this is the one that I brewed in the kitchen here, which was a hazy 5%er. And I really wanted it kind of New England IPA levels of bitterness, i.e. not a lot at all. And we've missed the target. It's a nice colour. There was some ascorbic acid in as well, and it's not oxidised at all as far as I can see. Although I do some side-by-sides over a period of weeks if I really wanted to be sure, but the aroma's nice. The rosiness of the talus, I was put off doing a single hop. I was going to do a single hop, and a few people had said, oh, it'll be very rosy, rose petals. So in the end, I split it with another hop, Mosaic, and you can tell. The aroma's good, the flavour's all right as well, just the bitterness is wrong, it's too bitter. So unfortunately, I'm not making any more of that like that. What I'm going to do is pretty much the same recipe, but I'm going to push the hops back right into the whirlpool, or maybe even just dry hop, don't know. But either way, putting hops in the boil, even late in the boil, has extracted some bitterness that I really didn't want in it. It's not a bad drink on its own. Sarah likes it, actually. She thinks it's a good pint, but it wasn't what I wanted. So, round 2, we'll go again. I think that's it for today. I'd like to finish the video by telling you what's coming next, but I've got no idea. So, I'll work it out in the week. And might see you next weekend. Take care. Bye.